Yun, right. Good evening,
Hey,
everyone. Magandang gabi sa lahat.
what's up? What's up? Hi, guys.
Yun, we are here again live. Welcome, guys, for those who are tuning in. Shout out dyan sa mga members natin sa Discord.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Good evening. How's everyone's investment sa cryptocurrency? Alam kong medyo mahirap ngayon, no? Musta ikaw, Joe? Musta feeling ngayon?
Yeah, it feels like not feeling at all. Yeah, it's because looking at the market right now, it's very painful. So last live natin, no, we haven't expected this one to happen. Actually, no, we are just like actually sharing to them the scenario, but now it's currently actually happening, right?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, the whole thing, we were able to map it out nung Sunday, no? But let's give more details into this and how we were able to find it. Especially for the people who are tuning in the Discord, I guess they were able to spot that our analysis for FTX, Alameda, and all the goosebumps and all that crazy stuff that happened. But first, good evening, everybody. I think it's good. Let's start with our intro. Eh?
All right, so this is Unfold,
Yep.
where you connect, discover, and learn things, and you don't have to research.
Yeah. So we unfold crypto insights so you don't have to. Yun. We'll have a lot of things to talk about, especially with FTX Alameda. But first, Joe, I'm seeing a chart right now. Is this Bitcoin moving around again? What is your feeling for this?
Yeah, but before we proceed, Pao, no, may
Go.
magandang news tayo sa community natin
Oh,
because just
yes.
today, we have made a partnership, an official partner community doon sa blockchain Philippine week this coming November 28th until December 4. Now, so you guys, now if you have the chance, this is your opportunity to learn the space now in terms of technological innovation, most especially the blockchain. So our community as an official partner sa Philippine Blockchain Week. So
Mhm.
if you guys would like to come, so meron tayong 50% discount sa mga members natin sa community dyan. Ayun.
Yep. Yep. Thank you, Philippine Blockchain Week, for partnering with us. And yeah, thanks. We'll have the invite codes in a bit and also in our Discord if you guys want to join. It's pretty fun. It's very interesting. Every fintech company is going to be there. Union Bank Digital, Gcash, BPI, all of the other stuff to learn about cryptocurrency, blockchain, and all of those stuff. Very fun and interesting. So thank you, Philippine Blockchain Week.
Ayun. So, I think, no, diretso na tayo sa point natin ngayong gabi na to, no? Kasi marami
Yep.
tayong pag-uusapan, right? Most especially the trending topics that is currently actually happening in the space, no? So, yeah, this is what we call, Pao, di ba, a blockchain. I mean, no, no, not a blockchain.
Black Swan.
It's a Black Swan event
Yeah, for sure.
currently
Yep.
happening. So, yeah, let's go to our macro chart with Bitcoin. So ano ba talaga yung nangyari kay Bitcoin? So bakit siya bumagsak? So later on, Pao will be sharing all about the fundamental aspect on why really Bitcoin draw down. Kasi compare natin ngayon sa stock market, sa global stock market. The global stock market is actually holding, no? It's actually holding on its
It's
yeah.
support area, no?
So, yeah, kung makita nyo ngayon guys, no, the global stock is no, hindi pa siya pumunta sa kanyang global support, no. So, it's currently holding on its, just below the resistance. So, ano ba talaga nangyari, no? Bakit uh, biglang bumagsak yung crypto? So, ngayon, titingnan natin yung chart ng Bitcoin
Yeah.
based on the daily chart.
Yep.
Ayun.
I think one of the things that we narinig ko din sa Discord, no, or yung sa mga community natin. Ang isang tanong sa atin dun before is magkakaroon ba ng Black Swan event? So ayan, nangyari nangyari yung Black Swan event. So this one,
Yeah, nangyari.
unforeseeable events that spiral down the whole crypto market, and this is why we're sharing it what happened.
Yeah, but before that, Pao, no, before I'm going to talk on the chart, no, in the macro perspective. So, but let me share this actually fact now that I have also shared sa Discord natin, Pao, no. Yung midterm election thing, no, which is somehow historically already happened twice in 2014 and 2018. Actually, know that every after few days, the election, you know, finish, merong nangyayaring drawdown ng market. So I don't think that this is a coincidence or it's just an accident, but somehow it rhymes the history, pao.
Mm-mm.
No? So yun kasi when we check the previous years, no. So let's go to the weekly chart. Ito. So ayun,
Okay.
this one, no, so we have 2014 dito. Sana ba yun? Ayun. So 2014, that is around November 4.
Uh-huh.
Ayan. So November 4 dito. So dito yung midterm election. So ngayon naman, during the before the bottom of 2017, so nangyari din yung midterm election natin last November 8. So around that one. So after few days na there was a drawdown. So just last night, no, I have shared, no, last few nights I have shared the things, no, about this narrative. So it's actually currently happening, you know. So the midterm election happened 2 days ago. So it was actually happened last November 8. So ano nangyari ngayon? So there was a drawdown. So I think
Ang
it's
sakit
actually,
naman.
you know, yeah, yeah. The market is actually, you know, rhyming with the history. Yeah, so we cannot deny that, but that's the reality. No, so ano ba talaga yung mangyayari next? So dito kasi sa macro perspective ng Bitcoin natin ngayon, no, if we are going to compare, no, the percentage wise of the drawdown last uh, tawag dito, mga
Mm.
bull market, no? Meron tayong mga 84, negative 84%. So which actually currently is reflecting the current situation. No, we're in. Ito kasi yun eh. So from the peak, and if we are going to compare it with 84%, so andito pa tayo ngayon sa actually sa around 76, negative 76%. So technically speaking, no, uh, palagi ko itong inuulit, no, na this Elliott wave 5 count correction would really happen. So that would be around like 10,000
Mm-mm.
Bitcoin, $10,000 Bitcoin. So my conservative target is actually dito lang sa 14. So
Okay.
but yeah, I'm actually looking on the volume. So kasi pag mag-drawdown tayo ngayon, no, if there, I'm expecting another leg down with this. No? So pag mag-drawdown tayo, I need to see buying volume here dito banda. So that, no, our reversal, no, yung reversal ng ating market structure would be supported by volume. So it's not somehow a, you know, parang it's a fake out, something like that.
Mm-mm.
So it must be, yeah, supported by volume. So I think,
Mm-mm.
yeah, medyo matatagal-tagal pa tayo kasi this is a weekly. What do you think,
Oo.
Pao?
Well, dapat kasi wag na mag-election para hindi mabagsak ang Bitcoin eh. That's what I think. De, pero I mean, yeah, this is a weekly time frame, so it plays for a very very long time because it the candles happen here per week. Pero hopefully, though history tends to repeat itself, it doesn't repeat itself. It often rhymes. Hopefully, it doesn't reach that way. But if it does, that's the most optimum or like the optimum buying opportunity for believers of Bitcoin in the long run.
Yeah, yeah, tama. So, yeah, I have presented all the chart, no, yung mga monitoring journey ko sa Bitcoin before we got this, you know, market crash. So everything is really projected. Everything is now, you know, happening. So, yun.
Yun.
Now, ano ba talaga yung fundamental effect nito, Pao? So, why is it that Bitcoin is crushing? So, there is actually a fundamental reason eh. So, I've
Yeah.
heard that the trending topic now is this between FTX and Alameda. Yeah. But
Yeah.
before that, Pao, no, I have this, you know, fact. Now, according to Kevin O'Leary, kilala mo
Okay.
yun siya.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Kevin
Si,
O'Leary, one of the
yeah.
Shark Tank
One,
guys.
yeah.
Oh,
So he said kasi na before we can see bottom, there must be, you know, an institution that could go bankrupt, so that
Oh,
everything would, reset, reverse.
okay.
So ayun, so naalala ko lang kasi 'di ba, the fundamental behind this crash is actually a bankruptcy. Yeah, a
Hmm.
bankruptcy of two,
Um,
dependent institutions, which is FTX and Alameda. So
uh,
how do we analyze this one fundamentally?
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of things that happen within the week that we were able to spot earlier. So some of the community members in our Discord were able to save themselves from the whole FTX fiasco. Mentioned kasi FTX isn't like a good place to store your money. So withdraw them out. That's like some not financial advice, but it's like a guide based on what we have on data. Um, Sure. There's just before I move to that, my people are asking when CPI will go to CPI after the fundamentals FTX and Alameda, because I want you guys to know what's gonna happen within different altcoins and Bitcoin itself due to the implosion of these two. So share ko lang, no. I'll I'll give you more details into this, and then we can explore more in a bit. So here, I want to share you guys like a quick slider, around 8 slides lang naman. What really happened between FTX and Alameda, and why are we so much in red for crypto markets? Well, S&P is not really down that bad, but crypto is down very, very bad. Okay. So I want to explain to you guys what's FTX and what's Alameda Research. No, I think we go from there. This is a story on how it started and then how it's affecting the whole crypto market. So let's go first with Alameda Research. So Alameda Research is actually a one of the biggest firms. It's a private equity firm. It's a VC firm, and it's also like a trading firm for Sam Bankman-Fried. So it was founded by SPF, the founder of FTX as well, and has 1 billion in terms of asset under management. So started 2017, it's become one of the most prominent VC firms in the crypto space. So what were the projects that they invested on? They invested with very good projects. Example, Solana. The whole Solana ecosystem, most of it is involved by with Alameda, Mask, Phantom, Lido, Solana ecosystem projects. So here, if you want to know more, we were able to spot the list of different projects by Alameda Research. So this is the projects that they invested on there. So there's a lot. So I think there's nine nine pages worth of investment or cryptocurrency projects that they invested on. Also, here we were able to capture actually the balance sheet of Alameda and FTX. Medyo stalker mode. We're trying to see what they invested on and what their assets are. So here, they have like assets in Aurora, AVAX, Arbitrum, Binance Smart Chain, ETH, to make it more visualizing, more appealing. Ito yon. So currently they have 1.19 billion, oh yeah, in assets. So most of this, so hindi pa kabilang dito ang Cosmos ecosystem and Solana. So this was in provided by a guy called Simul. Thank you for this guy to easily see what are the assets of Alameda. Well, it's important to know what assets Alameda have, because I will it corresponds to the debt spiral that's happening right now. So Alameda is regarded as the meta during investment time. So when people see the word Alameda Research in their in their investors, people go in and drive in to invest in, kasi they consider Alameda as someone who is trustworthy. They were the source of trust. So parang if Alameda says, oh, Solana coin, we're investing there because it's good, people tend to flock and invest as well. So that's Alameda Research. They are one of the biggest firms and one of the most prominent firms in the crypto space. Next is FTX. FTX is the third largest crypto exchange. So first is Binance, second is OKX, third is FTX. So they launched May 2019, but for just 3 years, they're already top three. This is also founded by SPF, Sam Bankman-Fried. So Sam is a Forbes 30 under 30. So ibig sabihin, he was able to do so much, provide so much value. He is a billionaire under 30, and he was chosen to be like, yeah, 30 under 30. If you're a Forbes 30 under 30, it means you're a very important person that providing innovation in the space and reached like a very successful step in life. So FTX, going back there, FTX also had the biggest funding deals in the crypto space. They have so much money, in short. So they had, during the funding rounds that they have, here it's just 900 million, no? But they had the Series B, Series C round. They accumulated around $2 billion in terms of funding. Ganun kalaki yung hawak na pera ng FTX. So they have so much money in the space. Plus, they're having revenues around $10 million per day because they're a big exchange. They're almost gonna beat OKX during peak. So that's important to know because FTX and Alameda are the prominent companies in crypto. Plus, FTX and Alameda are connected because of SPF. So FTX is an exchange, Alameda is a private VC firm or private equity firm, and they are connected. How? They're connected through the balance sheet. So everybody knows FTX and Alameda have imploded. So it's starting to die and it's starting to get bankrupt. Why? Why is that happening? How did the debt spiral start? So it all started last week where CoinDesk actually leaked the Alameda balance sheet. So the balance sheet consists of around we're gonna go back there, around 5.8 billion worth of FTT. So what's FTT? FTT is the token of FTX. So Binance token is BNB, diba? FTT is the token of FTX. In the balance sheet, almost 5.8 billion of their assets is FTT of the 14.6. So halos nasa 40%, di ba? Na 40% ng buong balance sheet nila is all FTT. FTT is highly liquid. There's too low circulating supply. It's hard to sell your FTT because there's no buyers. So if it's illiquid, kumbaga, there is no market exchange that is providing a lot of trading volume. So given that, what's shown in the balance sheet is Alameda represents 2 to 3x of FTT circulating supply. Ibig sabihin, they hold so much FTT tokens in their balance sheet and in their pockets that they're the only ones who's actually trading the token. So if FTX wanted to sell the FTT, there wouldn't be any buyers. So remember, in an FTX or in an exchange or whatsoever, they need to have balances for traders because traders deposit their money, they withdraw back to the certain token that they have. But for them, what happens if a lot of people started withdrawing? They have to liquidate FTT. They have to trade it to USDC or BSD para they could provide volume or liquidity sa mga nagwi-withdraw or nagde-deposit. But highly liquid to, so it's very hard to sell FTT. So yun yung nakapagtatawa. Why do they have so much FTT in their balance sheet? Yun pala, they had a strategy. Okay? So, wait, I'll close this now. This is the strategy on how they print infinite money. They call it the infinite FTT strategy, infinite money from FTT strategy. So what happens here is we go over this. So FTX will print FTT because they own most of the supply that's locked. They can unlock it easily, so they can just give the FTT. They can just put it in the market easily. What they did, they gave it to Alameda. Alameda could buy it at a discount. So mas mura nila mabibilhin kay FTX. So Alameda buys FTT, and then FTX can pump FTT by doing like market activities, market makers in the exchange. So FTX pump. What happens then? Alameda will bring back FTT. They'll deposit it to FTX and use it as collateral. So this is our collateral, and then they will loan different assets. They could borrow USDC, BUSD, Ethereum, Bitcoin, or whatever against their FTT holding. So kumbaga, that's their money-making machine. If Alameda needs money, FTX will just print FTT. Alameda buys it at a discount, mas mura. They'll pump FTT token. Tapos they'll use that as collateral to borrow money. So how are they borrowing money? They're borrowing money sa FTX exchange. So they're using the people's money in your in collateral as FTT. So this is evident in the space. I will show you that actually nung September, they already did that. they actually printed 173 million of FTT nung quarter 2. Why did they print that? Because Alameda got caught up with the Luna fiasco. Natamaan sila sa Luna. I know they have assets in Anchor or their assets in USD, and they got hit. So instead of that spiraling or dying down like Three Arrows Capital or the other firms, they borrowed against FTT. So ang ginawa ni FTX saved Alameda. So they printed FTT, they gave it to Alameda, they used it as collateral, which is also shown here. So Kobe was able to give like a leak that instead of killing Alameda because of the serious losses, they were able to loan 500 million to FTX. So they tried also to save Voyager, those who were caught up in the Luna fiasco and stuff. So that's how they had money. So how do they pump the FTT price? They burn. They burn FTT. So if they print FTT and then it's used as collateral, yung mga ibang FTT, they burn it. So that's what SPF is doing. So if people see that they're burning FTT, syempre, uy, FTT is gonna pump and stuff like that. So that's kind of their marketing stunt there. So going back to the slide, that's what they did. So FTT can't be traded. It's in their balance sheet. In case that people would withdraw in FTX, limited lang. Kasi they can't liquidate FTT eh. Wala naman nagtitrade ng FTT. So what happened next is Binance found out. So this is where Binance found out the low float and decided to exit their holdings. Kasi in as an investor's perspective then, if I were Binance as well, I would also sell my FTT if they're doing it that way. They're taking the people's money to use it for something else. So they were taking the money from FTX for growth, marketing, business development, or whatever partnership. They donated money to Joe Biden, like that. They're taking that, or they're able to do that because they got money from the people. And Binance found out about it. So what Binance did is they're about to sell their FTT tokens. They wanted to sell their FTT. They wanted out because they don't want that. It's something that's not ethical. So given that, they announced that they're going to sell their FTT, and it was kind of like a cascade towards the people that why is Binance selling FTT, and then they checked the background of the balance sheet of Alameda, and it all made sense. So with that, people were starting to sell their FTT. What Alameda wanted to do is that they wanted to save their collateral. So yung collateral nila is FTT, di ba? If FTT falls down at a certain price, their collateral won't be enough for their loans. So kumbaga, kung bumagsak ang FTT, yung hinaram nila will be margin call, tapos maliliquidate kasi sila because they borrowed money. So they're on leverage. Caroline, the CEO of Alameda, days ago, said he wanted to buy FTT at 22 because he wanted to save their collateral. So if it goes down below 22, they're gonna have a huge problem, which would escalate to liquidations on their collateral and their borrowing, which we also called. Well, thanks to Litis, this was also called nung Monday, where if FTT breaks down below 22, there's going to be a problem with Alameda's collateral. Then it did, diba? It broke down. So what happened now is they had to do public relations PR, saying that they're solvent, they have the money to pay, they're okay, there's no problem whatsoever with their balance sheet. They denied that they're having insolvency issues. So with that, people didn't really trust them because it wasn't transparent with their balance sheet. So people said, okay, if you are solvent, where's the balance sheet? But they weren't really commenting on that. It created selling pressure. So FTT went down. So what happened there is that to maintain their collateral position or their leverage position on borrowing and lending, they had to sell their assets. So going back to the sheet, the assets that they have in Solana, Cosmos, Ethereum, all the assets, they're selling those because they can't sell FTT. So they had to maintain the FTT peg. They have to put it in $22 so they don't get liquidated. So what they did, they sold their tokens. Okay?
Alameda is big in Solana. That's why Solana is going down. They're selling their Solana tokens. They're selling their Solana ecosystem tokens, Serum, Oxygen, um, and all the other Solana ecosystem tokens that they have. And they're selling other tokens in their chain just to keep up with the peg. But what happened? They had no more assets to sell, or they're having a hard time to sell assets because some of their assets can't even be traded because they're also illiquid. They're having a hard time to sell it on the exchanges. So the liquidity isn't enough. So they reached out to Binance for the liquidity crunch. That's why you see in the news that um, CZ plans to acquire FTX. So that's the reason why most of the assets in the crypto space is going down, because Alameda, FTX, two of the biggest firms in the space, is dying because of their over leverage and using people's money. So I hope you guys get that. That's why um, you could see like the charts are crazy for the past days, double digit downs across the board. So how big is the effect of this? So we know now that CZ plans to acquire FTX, are doing due diligence, but kanina umaga they said they will back out kasi they saw the books and it's really bad. So what's the effect? There's a contagion. So what happened here? This is what happened in the past days. Alameda and FTX were heavily in the Solana ecosystem. That's why Solana tokens are down bad. Okay, SBF, yung net worth niya plunged 94%. He was a billionaire at a net income of I think or I think he was 16 billion, but now he's at around like 800 million or something. And what's happening now is there's a stronger argument already for regulations to come in and to scrutinize cryptocurrency. So we're taking 2 steps back already. Instead of moving forward, we're going backwards because of this. The other thing is yung 2 billion worth of funding from various rounds na kinuha ni FTX and Alameda is all gone. It's all down the drain. Who got affected here? A lot of VC firms and big institutions in the crypto space got down heavy. Sequoia Capital, the investment that they had that's worth 150 million, they now value it at zero. No more. They don't value their investment FTX into something anymore. Multicoin Capital, 10% of their assets under management is in FTX. So Multicoin is a multi-million dollar investment firm then. Tiger Global just lost 50% of their of revenue this year, of their value pala this year. Amber Group is said to be insolvent na rin. That's the rumors, but they're still denying it. But there's some stuff that's happening. There's also a rumor of El Salvador's BTC is in FTX. So it's affecting everything that people worked hard for. There's also influential people that got hit in FTX. If you know Tom Brady, Steph Curry, they were ambassadors of FTX. They also got hit. If you know the cryptocurrency Twitter space, people who were prominent figures in crypto like Kaleo, CL, Taiki, High Stakes Capital, Algod, TraderMain, they were all affected. They all got hit. So it is a very, very bad time for crypto because of this. So what do we do now? People are asking, do we sell? Do we buy? Do we do something? We just have to stay our hands, accept, and learn. Because of this, the community trust for cryptocurrency is already at all-time low. People are having a hard time to trust crypto again. Ang dami na traumatized dito. A lot of people lost their money. I can't tell you how much. Like, I have friends in Singapore or I know people as well in Singapore and Malaysia. They are down bad. So they use FTX and they can't withdraw. They lost their savings and stuff. It's a very bad time. So is the worst over though? It may get worse. Kasi this is still a series of events currently happening. There's still a lot of things that's happening right now. Remember, this was just done 2 days ago. Okay. What I think would be nice is just preserve your capital. Cash is king. Okay. It's hard if you're a new time investor or a new time trader. Market is in hard mode. It's in expert mode. It's better to just wait this out and see for better opportunities in the future. There will always be opportunities in the future. So if you lost your funds, I am sorry it happened. Okay. If you want to come cope with us in Discord. Let's talk together. Let's see what else we can do. Let's get educated. This is the time to build. So people are also asking sa Discord. Solana, There are validators that are unstaking, and some of them are not. Um, if they unstake and sell, yun, there's still high chance we'll see more sell side pressure. But for me, it really doesn't matter right now because people are still selling, whether they are validators or not. Yung mga lenders that got affected, they're trying to get back their capital, hence they're selling. So it's still sell side pressure. So hold your hands. Um, just be sure to learn about the space, and also it's a good time to learn about DeFi or decentralized application. So for the whole thing, like FTX, you can't withdraw in FTX anymore. People are saying like KuCoin or Mexi is having a hard time with their liquidity and stuff. But in the DeFi space or crypto space, Uniswap is still working. Aave still has liquidity. People are still lending and borrowing. MakerDAO is still printing DAI, yung stablecoin. ETH supply is depreciating. Ultrasound money. If you see ultrasound money, there's already a deflationary aspect in ETH where it's negative 4,000 from post POS. So what imploded were the centralized entities, but DeFi protocols and applications are still alive and well. So I think now is the time to learn how to use this because I think it's safer because you control your assets. Remember, I think in the cryptocurrency space, it's always good to know that if it's not your keys, it's not your money. Or if it's not your keys, it's not your tokens. Okay? There are a lot of, if you are a trader, there are a lot of protocols already in the space. You have DYDX, you have Uniswap, you have GMX, you have GNS. Okay, you have a lot of options now compared to the last cycle. So I think now is the time to learn on how to use this because it's you can control your money from exchanges. I non-financial advice. I recommend not to touch them anymore or not to store your money there. Always remember, not your keys, not your money. Okay, people are asking when reversal, no? Kailan babalik to a more healthy market, more positive market? Okay, macro market conditions also look bleak, so it won't be soon. There's also the CPI in a bit. There's still the inflation. Uh, Powell isn't really that dovish yet, diba? So it's still dependent on the macro market. It's just that we feel so much pain now. So expect more pain because yeah, this just finished today. CZ will not bail out FTX. If CZ does not bail out FTX, no one bails out FTX. Only CZ has the money. There's only a 5% chance that FTX can come back from here. So opportunities are both ways. If you are a macro investor or if you want to invest in the crypto space because you believe in there, dollar cost average na lang. Just buy monthly and then don't look at the chart. If you are a short-term investor, you have to practice risk management. Market is very volatile. It's so volatile that if you don't know how to trade properly and you don't have the proper risk management, you're just gonna die. Okay? So to the people who were with us for the past 3 weeks that we started our Discord, oh no, past week that we started our Discord, we were able to catch this nung Monday. So it's not to brag, but we always do our research and we want to try and help people as much as possible because we've experienced this already. So we felt the pain ng Luna, we felt the pain ng sa Celsius, and then we just want to make sure that us Filipinos and other people who are watching is to be prepared. Yun lang. So if you want to get in more info, if you want to have questions, feel free to join our Discord. We're always open and we're always happy to share more insights with you guys. So ayun. Yeah, ito yung ito yung sa Binance announcement, they will not pursue the potential acquisition of FTX. So clear na yun. And big lessons lang from CZ na ginawa ng FTX. Never use token you created as collateral. And don't borrow if you run a crypto business. Don't use capital. In a sense, don't use people's money for high leverage stuff. So ayun. If you want more information here, all of the references I use will be available on Discord. I'll give this deck and I'll give all my references for you to check it out. So come in Discord. Ayun, yun lang. So stay safe out there, guys. Yun lang, Joe, for the presentation of Alameda and FTX.
Ayun. So very substantial sharing, no, with Pau. All this as regards to the fundamental happenings in the recent crypto, drawdown. So Yeah, I could relate it, Pao, as regards to the insolvency because, yeah, kasi pag ito kasi ito, 'di ba, we are dealing with technology and everything lies in the blockchain. So, yeah, so sa technology talaga ano lahat. So, kasi comparing dun sa traditional finance kasi as an accountant, no, as an accounting graduate. So I can relate on that, but sa traditional finance na perspective kasi it's very easy to trace the insolvency, and it's very easy to put some solutions on that kasi natatrack mo kasi siya eh.
Mhm.
I mean, like, yeah, we have financial managers. Yeah, I think, sa nakita kong disadvantage kasi dito sa ano kasi sa nangyari sa FTX, it's
Mm.
because there is a simultaneous transaction wherein, yeah, it all lies in the blockchain. So yeah, we
Yeah.
can trace. No, but this includes a big amount of money kasi, that we cannot
Yeah.
stop.
Meron
So parang there is, yeah, yeah.
meron pa nga, sorry, just came in. Meron kasing whale sa Solana ecosystem. Malapit na siya ma-liquidate kasi hindi
Oh,
niya magalaw yung funds niya kasi congested yung blockchain space. Solana is moving so fast na pababa, and he's trying to, I'm not sure, he's trying to leave, pero he's about to get liquidated 51 million. Yun lang.
oh. Grabe,
Yun.
ano?
So
So,
ayun, scary lang talaga ngayon.
yeah, kasi isa sa mga realization ko at saka sa question ko kasi pa nung after nangyari ito, no. So, of course, syempre una, I ask myself if I'm still solvent, yung portfolio ko. Yun.
Yeah.
Are you still solvent, Pao? Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I
Because,
mean,
yeah.
yun, we were able to spot this earlier. So parang, di ba, nag-usap tayo nung Monday morning eh. Parang, hey, what's happening to FTX? And then we went around, tapos sabi natin, di ba, with the team, si Oliver, that's our research bro, we talk together na parang, oh, this is something important that people needs to know. Hence, ito na,
Yeah.
announce na tayo. So yun, we were able to save ourselves. I hope that you were able to save yourself, no?
Yan, ayun. So, ngayon, no, yeah, we need also to consider the altcoins, the altcoin market, which is somehow most of the investors are actually considering right now. Kasi of course, now as investor, you cannot just directly buy Bitcoin because of its value, right? Yeah, Bitcoin is considered as a store value, but yeah, we got a lot of investors that investing in altcoins right now. So may napansin ka lang kasi ako pa, looking at the chart, technically speaking, actually, these coins that are holding, in the drawdown of the market, yung kung baga nag-hold sila, parang hindi sila sumabay kay Bitcoin, hindi nabasag yung major support nila globally. So anong mga coins na ito? So I think these are the coins that you should need to look on the next bull run, no, kasi para there are a lot of volume, there are a lot of participation in this market, given that it has also supported by fundamentals. Like for example, yung Matic. Isa sa mga example is actually yung Matic eh. Actually, Matic is very
Mm.
strong in terms of Bitcoin drawdown. So, kung makita nyo dito sa chart, guys, hindi man lang siya bumalik dito sa
Yeah.
0.3084. So if you have noticed, doon sa pinaka minor may minor support niya, doon siya tawag dito nag-hold, which is very, na curious kasi ako dito eh. So what's within the Matic now that most investors are looking on? Maybe it's because of its fundamental, its
Mm.
future use case wherein the Matic blockchain is very, adaptive to the trend right now, most especially it's a
Mm.
layer 2 coin right now. So ano yung
Yeah.
mga tawag dito, mga fundamental aspect ng Matic na pwede nating nakikita
Ah,
na
okay. Oh, sige. Well, initially, Matic isn't really a layer 2, pero it kind of looks like it is kasi it's under Ethereum, but it's actually a side chain of Ethereum, no? Layer 2 has a different consensus and programming language. They could change that, but here they're using pretty much the programming capability of Ethereum. In terms of infrastructure, ang galing kasi nila, they are combining a lot of stuff in. So Polygon is the sidechain, right? They're integrating ZK EVM, and they're trying to go together in creating like the subnets of Avalanche. So it creates they're creating Polygon to be more dynamic in terms of accepting transactions to make it faster, more secure, and more scalable. In terms of business development, yeah, we've pretty much been kind of bullish in Matic because we keep on talking about it, no? Kasi they're partnered with a lot of things, eh. A lot of institutions and a lot of companies like Starbucks, Mercedes, ano pa yung mga yun, basta big names in the space. Their business development is so good na anything related into the future to metaverse or Web3, they're bringing it in. Ayun.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks, Pao. So another coin that we should look into is that the optimism. No, so optimism is also holding its current support. So ayun. So kaya lang it's actually forming a potential symmetrical triangle. So symmetrical triangle kasi is a decision pattern. No, so before it will converge, so before it will converge, it will actually, break out. So is it either down or is it either up? So yun yung parang direction niya. But I'm actually kind of long-term bullish on OP kasi it's a layer 2, right? So
Yep.
isa siya sa mga nag-hold during the Bitcoin crash. So it never went to actually its second higher low, which is the 0.642. And so
Mhm.
lakas niya, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
kasi
what's behind OP?
yeah, behind OP, there's a lot of developers that's coming into the ecosystem. We're still playing around the L2 narrative kasi. So habang wala pa kasi yung ZK EVM narrative that's currently being built, people are still flocking towards the existing layer two protocols such as Optimism, Arbitrum, Metis. So these guys, they're using the Optimism rollups. What happens there if you're using those? It's cheaper and it's faster, way faster than using into an L1. Developing in Optimism is not that difficult. As well, I'm not a dev, pero that's what people say. And in terms of the ecosystem or like the blockchain explorer of Optimism, it just works really. And I think it also has to do with the airdrop last time. It brought in a lot of people and people are staying there.
Ayun. So, ayun, isa, no? OP, we have Maltic OP, and then this one, no? It's kind of like, parang, ano siya, um, malakas din yung link chain. So I'm actually sharing this to our Discord last time that the first buying zone is here when it holds the breakout area. So kaso la, yeah, Bitcoin crashes. So ngayon I'm expecting na bumaba siya dito sa $5, which is wala, hindi siya bumaba. So yung nangyari is actually it pointed out to my buying zone number 2, no. So sabi ko dun
Mm-hmm.
sa condition, no, if it holds after a retest, so we need to observe this for how many days. So if this coin would continue to accumulate, then that would be the signal that it's actually supporting a lot of volume is supporting here in the link chain. So because Pao, no, there's an upcoming update on the link chain this coming December, I think. No, it's a staking, right?
Yeah, they're gonna bring in liquid staking for the token. Finally, Chainlink will have utility. Kasi for all this time, wala namang sense mag-hold ng link eh. It's all fan base and it's all grassroots network where if you have Chainlink and you believe in Chainlink, you are considered what we call in the community as Link Marine. As a Link Marine, you are the ambassador on why Chainlink is important. It is. Chainlink is important, but the token really didn't have any use case whatsoever. So what's happening in December is that anyone who have the Link token can now stake for rewards. It gives more security for Chainlink and it provides the whole liquidity staking the narrative for that.
Ayun. So last na chart na ipapakita natin pa is yung controversial coin nga, which is ang Solana, no? So kasi
Uh,
Solana is now I think Solana is now holding to its weekly, punta tayo sa weekly chart.
mm-mm.
Yan. So ito yung weekly chart ng Solana. So if you can see in the naked chart, guys, so you can actually see this book pattern, which is the head and shoulder. No? It's now currently playing out. So if uh tawag dito SMC wise, the order block here no, is actually already triggered. So nag-bounce siya, no? So let's see how would this react in the next few weeks because yeah, still until now Solana is, having this effect with the FTX and Alameda issue.
Yeah.
So the next support is here. I consider this as an accumulation support wherein if hindi man talaga siya sobrang bababa kasi Solana is just affected because of the holdings of Alameda not
Hmm.
it's not
Yeah.
it's not a bankruptcy, no.
Yeah, for sure.
To be clear, it's not a bankruptcy. It's just that it got affected with the holdings of Alameda. So may mga selling pressure, so a lot of FUD.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
think for this one you can't really consider Solana's bankruptcy because first of all this is a blockchain, right? So they
yeah,
use proof of history, and the blockchain ecosystem, the Solana ecosystem still works. Okay, the blockchain is still moving. There's still transactions being validated. There's still developers there, and there's still users. The problem is it's because of the FUD that was created by Alameda and FTX that any Solana ecosystem token is down bad. But okay, blockchain speaking, blockchain wise, Solana didn't die. Okay, the Solana token is tanking because of the holdings of the investors. But the Solana blockchain didn't die. It's still working. So people can still transact there. People can still mint NFTs. Developers are still there. Okay. Ayun lang. In
yeah. The
terms
use
of
case,
price action, ayun.
yeah, the use case mismo is not actually destroyed,
Mm.
but as regards to the price action, it got affected. So lahat naman ng coins is actually drawing down. So it's just that Solana went first. Yun.
Yeah, siya yung
Yeah.
pinaka-affected talaga kasi si
Uh,
SBF is a Solana guy. Siya din tumulong sa Solana to launch
yeah, yeah.
SBF.
Yan.
Yeah.
Ayun. So, yeah. How about Ethereum? The last one. No, I'm going to share Ethereum because this is one of my favorite coin actually, no, yung Ethereum. Yeah, let's see what's happening in Ethereum right now. Yun. So Ethereum also hold its 1,000 zone, which is somehow this is the global support that we can consider. So yeah, it never went down below 1,000 area. And I think one of the reason is that it's because of the, yeah, yung isa sa mga fundamentals, yung ultrasound bunny that currently, no, grabe yung burning mechanism na ginagawa ng Ethereum natin.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, no, Ethereum is the mother of all altcoins. So whatever the movement of Ethereum could also affect the movement of other mga small caps. So of course, BTC pa rin yung pinaka-correlated ano major
Yeah.
having a major correlation. So but it's just that the fact here is it's holding above its last June 2022 low. So there must be something in this because if you have noticed, no, if you have observed and scan doon sa mga ibang asset, no, yung mga ibang asset kasi is lumagpas na sila sa below June low this year. Yun yung fact na mabibigay namin sa inyo. So there must be something in this. Why is it is holding? Because, but I'm expecting another leg down of the Bitcoin. So that would be in this coming days. So I have actually mentioned in the Discord that this is not to create FUD, but my estimation is that this mid-November, so that's almost like November 15, 16, 17, so something like that. So yeah, we do not know because we don't 100% sure what's the market direction, but at least, as always,
Mm.
what I've said, we have an edge 80% in the market. So
Yep.
we don't get blinded. Yeah.
Yeah. So anything related to altcoins right now, BTC is still king. So BTC pump up, follow altcoins. BTC go down, altcoins die worse or like go down worse. Another thing dito sa Ethereum, Ethereum is ultrasound money. Na it's weird that people don't really notice that. I'll just share my screen. People really don't notice this. This is really a good sign for Ethereum. So negative 4,382 na supply chain siya. Ibig sabihin negative ang supply, decreasing ang supply ng Ethereum because of the POS merge. But people don't give a crap because of the whole market thing that's tanking. So, ayun lang. It kind of shows you why, in terms of the chart, it's not that bad compared to other altcoins because there's something happening in ETH, which is supply deflationary. ETH as a deflationary asset. Ayan. I think that's what we have there.
And this is the last one, which is the altcoin market capitalization. No? So it's a total capitalization of all combined cryptocurrency except Bitcoin. So including na dito yung Ethereum. So I think, no, historically speaking, no, if makita natin dito yung market structure ng altcoins. So last 2017, it got a drawdown at around negative 92%. So this is actually the history last 2017 bull run bottom. So where the altcoins made a drawdown. And if you are going to compare the fractal scenario of the altcoins right now, so it's somehow reflecting, no, or copying the current situation. So if I'm going to measure this in the Elliott wave correction, the 5 waves, exact exact naman siya, no? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. That is a 5 wave correction of the Elliott. So here naman dito sa current na which is 2022, makikita natin na after the ABC up, it went down 5 waves down. So ngayon, the fourth wave is already complete. Now I'm also expecting not 92%, but uh somehow most likely like 88, 89% of the drawdown of the altcoins. So it's just that altcoins now are holding it's because of the dominance of the Bitcoin. So the dominance of the Bitcoin doesn't rise yet. So hindi pa siya talaga lumipad. Kasi if I could still remember historically, yung percentage dominance ng Bitcoin umabot kasi ng mga 60% yun eh. Wherein that time, doon na grabe yung bagsak ng mga altcoins. Ngayon. So if we're going to compare it in the last tawag dito, bear market. So there is still a room for bagsak dito sa altcoins natin. So that's my analysis. Now, this is actually based on the fractal scenario of the altcoin market cap. And
Good. Nice.
how about
Okay.
CPI, pao? CPI is
Yun.
coming in 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, so CPI is coming later, 9:30 p.m. our time, 8:30, because people said it was 8:30, but it's because of daylight savings time. So it's coming in a bit, so it's coming in hot. So what's gonna happen is CPI. So I would like to shout out to our research bro, si Dazai in Discord. He's our market guy, global market research guy. It's the CPI mentioned here. It still remains sticky around 6.5 to 6.6%. What you need to look out for later is that if there's going to be a positive market reaction if the CPI is less than 6.5%. So neutral if it's 6.5 to 6.6, and if CPI is higher than 6.6%, that's gonna be very bearish for the market. So it implies, based on the chart on the dollar index and S&P, where dollar index was kind of climbing up, S&P is going down. It kind of shows that price is coming in. So price is, the market is pricing in towards CPI, towards like a more bullish kind of announcement. Because remember, during FOMC, Powell is still hawkish. So his sentiment towards bearish is still bearish. So rate hikes will continue, but at a much slower pace. And there's a chance that the terminal rates are expected to increase. So during this time, it's going to be volatile. But looking at it and basing it on past FOMC meeting is that we're kind of leaning bearish here because that's for me. So don't take this as financial advice. I'm not really like a financial advisor or anything, but it's kind of looking that way given S&P 500 coming out. So
Ayun.
yung numbers nun, it's in our Discord. And yeah, feel free to check it in there, and yeah, just time it, just to see what happens there.
Yeah. So yeah, this is actually a friendly advice now, since volatility is ahead of us later in 30 minutes. So yeah, we suggest na stay away from the market, be a spectator muna. So don't rush on buying kasi andyan na lang naman kasi yung market eh. Yun.
Yep. So ayun, in 30 minutes, huh? Okay. Um, one chat more. I think that's about it for CPI. If you have other questions, feel free to come in the Discord, ask your questions there, and yeah, let me know what you guys think.
Ayun.
May
So
tanong ako
kung
sa'yo, Joe. How
yeah,
about
yeah.
you? What do you feel about CPI? Do you think it's kind of bullish, or what's happening with your end in studying like the macro market and stuff?
I think it's gonna be neutral. So if it's gonna be neutral, then still this FTX issue would make uh, an effect, no, a macro effect on the market. So I'm neutral on CPI currently.
Ayun.
Kasi ano eh, parang yeah, neutral is somehow would speaks of bullishness. Kasi if neutral, the market would just having its sideways movement eh.
Yeah.
Yun.
Yep. I mean, but chart wise though, like the breakdown of Bitcoin is not feeling good
It's
for
not
me.
good. Yeah, very, very.
Yeah. Yan, saklaw lang. So I think that's like our sentiment right now, given with combining fundamentals in the chart. The chart speaks well that we are not yet over with this whole bearish sentiment thing, given also in terms of the macro market where the Fed is still hawkish and will not really reverse towards a more bullish sentiment for the whole market.
So by the way, guys, no, just a somehow a scenario of this candle, no. Looking at the daily, no, in addition lang. So if you have noticed and observed na meron tayong mga matataas na candles dito eh. No, it's a candle going down, no, consecutive candle, two consecutive candles na bearish, no, which is mataas siya. So there is a tip there on how can you spot if the structure or if the trend of the market is already reversing is that kung makikita nyo na paliit na yung kandila na bearish, then that's the time that the market or the selling pressure is weakening or lowering down. So that's the signal of not reversal, but it's a signal of an accumulation phase. Yan. So pagmasdan yung kandila sa daily, no, if tomorrow we'll have another big leg up, then the selling pressure or the drawdown is not yet finished. So you will just notice, no, for example dito, no, sa drawdown ng June, malaking kandila tapos bigla siyang paliit ng paliit. So that's the time it's a signal, it's an early signal that the drawdown is already weakening. So that's the time that you can accumulate, just something like that. Right?
All right, awesome. Daming actually I was also looking at some of the news right now. Mukhang yung rumor na I said that El Salvador has crypto in FTX looks like it's coming true. Kasi nag-announce si El Salvador president that they want to extradite Sam Trabuco. So ayun, no, not Trabuco, SBF, sorry, SBF. Ayun. Anyway, ayun, I think that's what we covered for today. For new traders, I don't recommend to trade during CPI. I am not going to trade during CPI for sure. There's a lot of moving parts in the whole crypto space that is not um like like a positive thing for me, or like an advantage for me to play with. Ayun.
Ayun. So maraming salamat guys in tuning in with us. So I hope you will be consistent. You will be a consistent viewer in our proceeding live sessions. So maybe next week, no, we will just announce if we can do live because Pau would not be around here. So maybe I'll just be the one. I'm just going to present you some of the requested chart or
Yeah.
chart everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
also
let's see what will be the trending next week.
tune in the Discord. I'll be also, if you're in Manila, I'll be in the Philippine Web3 Fest for the whole week, so I won't be able to come in unfold, but definitely Joe is there to share all of the insights. I'll try to come in my phone, see what I can do. But yeah, see you guys there. Hopefully I can see you personally. We can talk to each other. See you guys in Discord, chat. We have so much things going on. We are very active there. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. That's about it. Hope to that you guys got a lot of things from us. And
So
anything you want to say?
this is Unfold, where
Yep.
you can connect, discover, learn, and yeah,
Yep.
unfold things.
Yep. We learn, we discover, learn, share about cryptocurrency in the market. We unfold new crypto insights so you don't have to. All right, guys. Without further ado, thank you for tuning in and see you guys soon. Bye. Peace out.